guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name's Victoria, and today we are going to be doing a little video on self-tanning. So this is going to be a voiceover of you guys kind of watching me do it a little bit on like the speedier side, but I do want to just throw in a few like tips and tricks before that. So the brand that I'm using is St. Mariz right here. They also have a little glove that you can get. They also have a two-sided glove if you want. I got mine from my local Ulta. They always have it there. They have a few different colors. They have a medium and they have a dark. I get the dark because the medium doesn't really make that big of a difference on me. So yeah, you can get these both. I think I paid like maybe $26 for the both of them together, and so I think it is a great starter self-tanner if you don't want to just step in to get St. Tropez or Loving Tan, which are around $40 before getting a little mitt. There's something stuck in my throat. So yeah, a few things in mind that you should do before self-tanning is you're going to want to take a shower, go ahead and exfoliate as well as you can to get off any dead skin that may be left behind that could result to patchiness and like an uneven application. We don't want that. What I do is I take my shower. I have like an exfoliating glove for the shower, which is my favorite thing ever. I get mine from, you can get them I think pretty much anywhere. I've got mine from Walmart and from Sally's before though. It's literally a glove, you put it on. I put some of my body wash in it. It suds up really well. I go ahead and exfoliate all over my body to make sure to get that dead skin off really well. And then after I do that, I go in and shave my legs and like armpits, bikini area, any of that stuff. So that also helps have a more even application because maybe the blades also got a little bit of dead skin that some of the exfoliation could have missed. And then after that, after you get out of the shower and everything, what I like to do is go ahead and apply a moisturizer, which you're going to see me do in the video as well, but I just want to say really quickly here too, what I like to do is I put it on my hands, put it on like any extra dry areas you may have or somewhere you don't want a real heavy application. So I apply it to like kind of also, I didn't do it in the video, you won't see. I apply a little bit of face moisturizer usually so that there's a nice blend and I don't have any harsh lines right here because I do apply the self-tanner all the way from here and below. So you want to apply it on the hands, elbows, feet, knees, ankle area, like my Achilles, like the little tendon right back there, that also gets pretty dry. It had it happen before where it gets very dark there because that product really collects on dry skin areas. It really clings to dry patch areas. Go ahead and exfoliate, shave, moisturize. That way you get the best natural and even application. Other than that, I think those are my only tips, other than make sure you're doing this at a good time. I don't know how long the other self-tanners are if you don't get that one, but this one personally, I go by the directions on it. It says right here, you need to let it develop for 4 to 6 hours. So I left mine on, as you're going to see, for 5.5 hours, I believe. And like this is the result that you can see next to like my face, the difference. It's kind of hard to tell like with me just standing here unless I show you my hands. So yeah, other than that, let's go ahead and get right into the rest of the video. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna go ahead and pull our hair back into a ponytail to make sure we're not, you know, getting self-tanner all up in our hair. Now I am just grabbing my moisturizer, my lotion. This is the Lush Sympathy for the Skin. It's one of my favorite lotions I've ever used. It smells so yummy and is super hydrating. So I'm just going to be applying this, like I mentioned in the beginning, on any drier areas of the body, hands, elbows, the knees, feet, ankle area, all of that really quickly to make sure we don't have it being extra dark in those areas. So we're going to shake this up really well because it is a mousse product, so you want to make sure it's good and all foamy and stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and be taking, I just do one pump at a time so I don't get carried away and try to really section it off. So like one pump covers pretty much like my whole forearm, but I might go in and add some extras throughout there. So that's just what I'm going to be doing, and I always make sure to use circular motions because if you're just going up and down like vertically or horizontally, you're going to be more prone to getting streaks and having that show through after it's developed, and then you're going to have a really hard time getting that off. So yeah, pretty easy. not too hard. You get to watch me make all the super weird faces. I make the weirdest faces whenever I'm concentrating on something. I think that's one of the reasons I decided to chew gum, is so that I wouldn't seem as weird, but it doesn't seem like it really helped now, did it? I'm just, same thing, taking one pump all over the chest to try to blend that out. And if you do have an area that's kind of smaller than these, try half a pump at first, so then you can see me going in and just switching hands to make it more comfortable. And then you can see I'm trying to maybe touch up some areas and maybe it looks like it's not applying the same, so I don't want to have a big white patch like on my shoulder area. I am going to go ahead off camera, apply the rest of the self-tanner to my torso. When I come back, we will be starting on the leg area. Okay, so not my smartest moment, but I didn't realize that I wasn't filming the whole entire left leg that I was doing. But at least now you can see a difference of like coloration. This product sitting and starting to process on my leg compared to how pale my other leg is. Now you can just see where we are going in with all of the product on my legs. Also, that red line all the way around my leg below my tattoos is from me wearing my Doc Martens all day. I wear them like really tight, and sometimes they just leave a little mark around my leg where it was like kind of rubbing. It doesn't hurt or anything, I just get it, I don't know, like I said, my skin's super sensitive. So I'm just kind of showing you guys what it looks like. You can also see how different of a darker color it is. And then of course I will be going off camera and applying the self-tanner there as well. So you can see what it looks like from behind. I could see that like, oh look, there's like a little tiny area that I missed. So I'm just going back in with like really good circular motions and fixing that. And you can see it leaves this weird line right here. That is just where like the product is already dried compared to the new product. And it actually doesn't leave that weird line on me. Not adding any extra product. We're just taking whatever is left over to go over the hands, because I do want the hands to be blended, but I don't want to apply any extra product because I don't want them to turn out really dark. I also washed my hands off about 2 hours through. I definitely didn't even let it process the full time. Now we will be getting to the back, so you're going to need the mitt and then just something that is longer with a handle. This is just a brush for in the shower that has exchangeable like brush heads on it, and then I just look at myself like in the mirror, see the little white spots that I missed, and use this since it has a longer handle. I was having a little bit of problems keeping the glove straight, so the best way I think is like if I would have taken a black hair tie and secured it on there, it would have worked a little bit better for me. I was struggling with that, but you got to do what you got to do if you don't want to have a huge white patch on your back and you have no one to help you, you know? And then you're just going to see me looking in the mirror to make sure that nothing is looking weird. Alrighty you guys, so good morning. It is now the next day. I ended up letting it sit for about 5.5 hours, and then it was almost 12 o'clock here, and I was pretty tired since I'd worked all day beforehand, so I decided to just rinse it off and go to bed and show you guys the results in the morning. So this is kind of the final result. I know it's not like a huge drastic difference, but I want to kind of more gradually get darker and darker. I don't want to just go from being stark white to like a drastic dark color. I want to eventually get there, but I don't want to just like overnight it. I don't know. I just want to make it look more organic than fake if I can. So this is what the results look like. You can see that how dark it looks the most on my hands, like how it's appearing on the camera. I can see through the monitor. So that is what the coloration looks like on all of my skin, is like kind of how dark my hands are. Obviously not my knuckles because they were dry, so they picked up a lot of that product the most. So that's why we always want to like make sure to put so much lotion on, because if not, this is what's going to happen. Or you can just honestly not apply it to your hands, or not to your fingers, at least maybe blend it a little bit like on the top of the hands to try to not have that happen to you. This is what the rest of my body looks like too. For some reason the camera is not picking up how dark like it actually looks on me. I wonder if I only have like, I have pajama pants on because it is really cold here in Florida, cold for a Floridian at least. Okay, I'm born and raised here, so you can see maybe a tiny bit better on there. I wish I don't really have even like, you can see a tiny bit of like a tan line, but so yeah, it's just like super natural looking. I think I think that's what I like about it the most, is that brand of Saint Tropez. It doesn't come off like super like orange or super weird looking. Like, yeah, my knuckles look a little strange, but I'm gonna wash them a few times and that'll go away. But yeah, it doesn't come off super orange. It has more of like an olivey green undertone to make it look a little bit more natural, which is really what I prefer. And it's like half the price of the Loving Tan and the there's another one. No, I'm thinking Saint Tropez. That's so wrong. The one I'm using is Saint Moriz. Let me get it. Yes, so the one I'm thinking of is called Saint Moriz right here. That is the one that I use. And I also picked up, both of these are like together in Ulta is where I got it. This is like, I think both of these together were like $26, and I know the Saint Tropez and like Loving Tan without a mitt are $40 roughly. So I think if you want to try self-tanning too for like the first time, this is a good way to dip your toe in the water so you're not spending a lot of money and it's not going to make you super dark super fast the first time. So yeah, I really like it. I've used this brand before because I go through like little spurts where I want to self-tan, and then I go through where I want to just be super pale all the time. So right now I'm wanting to self-tan again. So yeah, this is what I've gone back to. I do want to see if they do have like on maybe the Ulta website, because I know they don't have it in store, if they have, this says dark, so I want to see if maybe there's a darker one. I was also really tempted to sleep in it maybe one time to see if it'll develop darker than it did right now. I don't know, that's kind of risky business because I could turn like super dark. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it's kind of hard to tell. I'm going to see if I can insert some pictures of what I look like before so that you can really tell, because even whenever like I wash it off and I get out of the shower, it's really hard for me to notice a difference until like maybe I go back and look at something, or I go to put a full face of makeup on and you can see that I didn't put it on my face, how much lighter my face is. And so I have a really nice bronzer that is a cream bronzer, and I kind of have to put that all over my face to mix with my foundation now. Otherwise I look really strange because like my makeup will be like almost stark white in comparison. So I don't want to look like that girl that has like that big line demarcation where nothing is blending together with her body. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I will always get back to you. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, or maybe you learned something new. Subscribe if you haven't already. Become a member of my little family I got going on here. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!